If they bring it inside, they're going to be sorry they did. Those little Ospreys are going to have flat beaks.
I like it. Here's the jump ball to start the game. Asa Newell out jumps Nate Litteris for the opening tap, and Georgia controls the possession. And we are underway here at Stegman Coliseum. The Dogs in their home whites, North Florida in their navy blue and gray uniforms on the road, tops and bottoms. Dogs tried to get it to Tyron Lawrence on a cut from the baseline. And there's our first foul of the game on North Florida. Jalen Smith with a hold on the jersey, says referee Michael Roberts. Michael Roberts, A.J. Desai, and Terry Oglesby, our trio of officials tonight. Georgia will inbound in front court on the right baseline with Silas Demry. Throws it into Godfrey, going towards the basket, just shoves it right into him. And right in stride, he takes it to the rack and lays it up for the first two of the game.
And RJ's got that kind of size and strength across his chest and shoulders. He can clear some space when he gets under there. You let him get under there, he's going to clear space.
Godfrey right there just cleared some space. He knocked the ball away from Josh Harris. He had to retrieve it in the backcourt. Ospreys with their first possession of the game. Georgia with a 2-0 lead. They work beyond the arc on the far side with Oscar Berry.
Dogs are contesting.
Here's a three-point ball. I think Silas got a piece of that because it just died about 5 feet from the basket. Dogs rebounded underneath, up ahead to Lawrence. He flies down the lane, cuts to the basket, misses the roller. A layup rolled across the iron and away, and it's rebounded by the visiting team. Dogs had a chance for fast break points there, couldn't finish.
Well, so did they. They got up the floor, but Georgia's transition defense, Mike mentioned that to you, they've been working on it. They got back in a hurry.
Josiah Miles lowers his shoulder, drives on the right-hand dribble. Long lob to the near side. They attack with Nate Litteris in the paint. He spins with 1 second. He'll shoot it from 12 feet. It's off the back of the rim, rebounded by Asa Newell, but got a foul on Asa. They call a hold, says Michael Roberts, the official. And let's pause 10 seconds, station ID on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Great linebacker, but I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody move guys around like RJ does.
Litteris with the foul for North Florida. Godfrey at the line. Free throw number one is up and in. RJ has all three of the Dogs' points here 2 minutes and 7 seconds into the game. Big right-hander puts it up, and it'll lip out this time. Didn't stay, and then North Florida had the rebound, lost it out of bounds, and Asa Newell was happy about that. He was fighting for that rebound, too, on the missed foul shot. North Florida couldn't control it, lost it over the end line. Dogs get another whack at it. 17:52 on the clock. We're just underway very early here at Stegman tonight. Silas Demry to inbound the basketball, feeds it into Newell. just inside the three-point arc on the right side of the floor. Going to dribble it into the paint, jump hook with the left hand. It won't go. Off the right side of the rim. Rebound, North Florida. Here come the Ospreys in navy blue and gray from right to left. Into the front court with the little guy, Jalen Smith, at 5'11" from Ocoee, Florida. Sends it to right beyond the arc, and they'll stroke a three with Nate Litteris, their first three-pointer of the game. Quickly tied at 3 now after that. Georgia attacks Demery under the basket, sees Blue open in the left corner. He'll miss the three from there. Long offensive rebound by Lawrence. The Dogs keep it alive. Demery with a basketball. Chest pass to Newell. To his left, it goes to Kane. Comes back to Silas between the circles. High dribble to the right side. Finds a spot on the floor and hits a Scana Energy three from the right wing. Silas with his first basket. Dogs take a 6-3 lead. North Florida attacks, penetrates, and dish. Litteris scoops it back. He didn't have a shot. They'll hoist a three just to the left of the circle. It's off the iron. Rebounded by the Dogs.
Scott, that early block that Asa had against them has them now looking around underneath. They get the ball underneath. They're looking.
Dogs went into Godfrey on that last possession. He missed the layup. They rebound it. Long pass from half court under the basket. Goes out of bounds on the baseline. North Florida a little sloppy early on here in the first 3.5 minutes. They've turned it over twice. Dogs will gladly accept it. Asa Newell will lob it in to Silas Demery. He'll jog it up the middle of the floor from left to right. 6-3, Dogs in front. Georgia has the possession. Newell straight on, whips it to his right to Ty Lawrence. Lawrence back to Kane, who curls to the top of the key. They feed Demery, drops it off on the bounce to Newell. Misses the first, got a rebound, and put it back up from the right side.
I just padding his stats there on the rebounding end.
Since he was up in the air, he figured he might as well get it anyway.
I could just bounce this one right off the rim and glass and right back to me.
Little Jalen Smith going to curl around, drive in from the left block, and we tie him up right on the block near the basket. So they call a jump ball. It's going to be North Florida's possession, but we've got a timeout. 15:58 on the clock, half number one. First media.
It can shoot the 3 and 1. It loves to drive it to the glass.
Ospreys inbound. Oscar Berry retrieves the basketball. He dribbles between the circles. He's a 6'5" guard, a transfer from Fairleigh Dickinson. They go on the left side to Litteris, the Longwood transfer. He played with former Bulldog Justin Hill at Longwood University a while back. A spin in the paint and a little fadeaway two from about 10 feet. Going to hang on the iron and roll in there for him. And Litteris gets his second basket of the game. And then a foul in backcourt after Georgia had inbounded. Not sure about that foul.
Yeah,
Oscar Berry with an unnecessary whack.
Absolutely unnecessary. That was not a wise foul.
He was trying to pressure Silas Demery, and he ended up committing the violation. So the Dogs will inbound. And here we go, 8-5. Georgia with a 3-point lead and the ball. LeFew between the circles, drives right. Got a screen from Santo. Picks up his dribble. Bounces it to Cyril. Long lob. He was lobbing it to Asa Newell. He hit the rim with his lob pass. He almost made the shot. He was passing it to Newell. We got a holding foul on North Florida to boot.
I wonder, was he trying to alley-oop it?
I think so, yeah.
He thought Asa was going up. But you're right, it almost went in.
That foul was on Cameron Oriole, a 6'3" junior guard from St. Petersburg, Florida. His first, team's fourth. Georgia will throw it in from the left baseline in front court. Tried to lob it into Cyril. He went up high to make the catch. Now he has to put it on the floor, do a little fancy footwork, and then he makes the direct deposit with a one-handed dunk.
Well,
Santo with the points.
That's impressive.
They just got out of his way. Straight on three by North Florida. Off the backboard and the rim, no good. Scramble for the rebound on the far sideline. And it's going to be, did they call a foul on Georgia?
Yeah, blue.
Kane made some contact on that loose ball rebound. And he picks up the foul, his first. So North Florida will inbound, front court, far side of the floor. Here's a three in the left corner. That's good by Oriole. That's his first.
Anytime you give them more than about a beat and a half behind the arc, if they've got the ball, they're going to get it in the air. And
Silas attacks. He knifes through the defense. Asa Newell trying to help him out there, setting a little bit of a block underneath, and he's going to be fouled going to the backboard. As he put the shot up, it was no good, but he's going to go try to earn it from the foul line. Silas already 17 foul shots in 2 games this season. He got to the line a bunch the other night against Texas Southern. 13 of 17 this year shooting free throws at 76%. Free throw 1, up and in, good. Demery with an early 4 points. Foul was on Liam Murphy prior to Silas shooting these free throws. 14:42 to go. First half, Georgia 11, North Florida 8. Demery's second foul shot. Good, all net. 2 for 2 on that trip. And the Dogs lead it by 4, 12-8. Pressure in the backcourt by the Dogs now. LeFew guards the ball. And they'll bring it up with Cameron Oriole. He dribbles with the left hand. Now he drops it off to Litteris to his right on the right wing. Now backing it up is Josh Harris, the 6'8" freshman. He's going to attack inside. He draws a crowd quickly. Lawrence, Demery, and Newell came in for Georgia. And they got a foul on Tyron Lawrence. That's his first, team's third. Already, what do I got? 8 fouls between the two teams already, and we've played just a little bit more than 5 minutes. And North Florida's going to be on the line this time. And free throw number 1. This is Josiah Miles at the line. I think I said it was Harris, but it's 0, not 1-0. Miles hits his first free throw of the game. That's his first point. In 3 games this season, he's averaging almost 17 a game. And he is their top scorer so far this season. He misses the second foul shot, and going up high for a 2-handed rebound is Silas Demery. Dogs possession. We lead at 12-9. Georgia works on the right end of the floor from our vantage point. Somto now inside the arc on the left side of the floor will show the ball. Now he turns it hands to Lawrence, who will give it to Demery. Silas going to dribble and drive. Jump pass from the paint. Wide open. Lawrence, left corner. 3-ball good. Scana energy 3 by Tyron Lawrence.
And a beautiful pass from Silas.
North Florida gets in deep. Jump stop underneath. They tried to dodge the defense. Miles missed the lay-in. Dogs rebound his miss. He's the last one down the floor as well. He's going to pop the ball loose from Lawrence, but he hit it right over to Dakota LeFew, who was just ready and waiting for a three-pointer, and he popped it from the left corner.
He had that one measured. You could tell it was, it's coming to me.
Matthew Driscoll, their head coach, wants a timeout. Georgia's opened up a 9-point lead. It's 18-9. Dogs with 3 threes to start the game. All kinds of stuff older than that.
Older than that. And
I didn't want to get too personal.
Well, the embarrassing thing is I still wear a lot of it.
North Florida takes it quickly to the basket. Amitri Moss, but he decides to dish it into the corner and continue the possession at the last second. Sidestep, 3-ball, far side. Good for Cameron Oriole. We didn't close out on him defensively. He had all day to shoot it, and he made us pay for it. That's his second 3. It's 18-12, Georgia. Dogs ball as we approach the 13-minute mark here in the half. Somto, top of the key above the arc, swings it left to LeFew. Dakota dribbles it twice. One hands it to Lawrence. Pops for a 3. It's good. He just ran the baseline, settled in the corner for a 3. LeFew got it to him, and Tyron Lawrence did the rest.
Yeah, I'm surprised their defense is not already tracking to that corner. It's clear that Georgia loves to go over there.
21-12, Georgia leads with 12:34 to go, half one. A forced jumper in the circle off the rim. Rebound tapped and controlled by North Florida. They'll kick out for a 3 and miss that one. Josiah Miles missed it from the wing. The Dogs rebounded. Dylan James is in for Georgia now.
You know, they passed up a 2 underneath to throw it outside to attempt a 3.
Silas will take a 3. Line drives it from the left corner, hits it off the rim, and no good, and rebounded by North Florida. Ospreys basketball, they trail by 9. Lawrence guards the dribbler Oriole. Now he gives it up for another three on the left side. He banks one home. Liam Murphy, the 6'7" graduate transfer from Columbia.
I don't think he meant to do that.
He may. They get him in all different kinds of ways. They love the three. James delivers to Lawrence to his right on the wing above the arc. Now LeFew chases down the pass, top of the key. Send it over to Silas, about 5 feet behind the arc with 9 to shoot. Screen by James. Silas dribbles to LeFew. Dribbles to his left. 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot, off one leg. Fadeaway bank shot, tried to bank it home from the left corner, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Ospreys. North Florida possession. It's 21-15, Georgia in front. Litteris hands it off and sets a screen on the far side of the floor. Now they return it to Litteris inside the arc. Back outside. Now LeFew knocked it away but couldn't get possession. Back to North Florida. Then he blocks the three straight on. LeFew got a piece of that one. That ball just died 6 feet from the basket.
Where was he taking that three from? That was almost
about 28 feet.
Jeez.
He was way out there. Dogs with the ball. Lawrence on the dribble, right hand, through the legs, now left hand. 10:44, 10:43 to go, half one. Surreal holds it high, has it knocked loose. It bounces back to Lawrence behind him, fortunately. 8 to shoot. Ty gonna drive, and the lay-in good with the kiss from the left side. Lawrence now with 8, and a foul on the play as well. Count the basket, send him to the line for an and one. And now we've got another media timeout. So the Dogs will be on the free throw line for one free throw from Tyron Lawrence when we come back. 10:35 remaining first half, Georgia 20.
But we'd still like to get out there and shut down those threes. 10 is a little bit more than we wanted to see them take this early in the game.
Tyron Lawrence converts the three-point play with the left-handed free throw. He's got 9 already, and it's 24-15 Dogs. Ospreys dribble it under the basket, out on the right baseline now, bounce it up the wing. They come this side to Cameron Oriole now, the 6'3 junior guard. Trying to dribble it away from LeFew. Through the paint, kick out for a three from the right slot. That's no good by Moss. Offensive rebound, North Florida. Now a steal by LeFew, but we couldn't find the handle. They get it back and hoist a three in the left corner and knock it down. Bad break for the Dogs. We got the deflection, just couldn't get possession of the ball, and Oriole hit another three, his third of the game. 24-18, Georgia.
Scott, we talk about it so often about the three-point shot being the great equalizer, and you can see how they use it for that.
Georgia gets down the floor so quickly, and North Florida committed a foul. Liam Murphy with his second. That's problematic for them. He's one of their top players. The graduate transfer from Columbia just picked up his second, and that'll put Asa Newell on the line, the freshman, 6'11", from Destin, Florida, on the line for the Dogs. Big left-hander, a little too much on it, hit the back of the rim, and comes down to North Florida. So he misses the foul shot on the front end of the 1-and-1. 9:40 to go, first half. North Florida straight on three. Liam Murphy with 2 fouls, staying on the floor. He misses that three, rebounded by Godfrey for the Dogs. Long up the court, sideline pass to Lawrence. He one-hands it to LeFew, middle of the floor. Bounces it to his right to Newell. He tried to stride towards the basket, no good. Look who got the rebound and the putback. Godfrey cleans it up and then flushes it home with a dunk. You like RJ, don't you?
I do. Well, yeah, once he starts up with it, there's not going to be any stopping him.
26-18, Dogs by 8. Ospreys with a basketball. Murphy dribbles down the edge of the lane. A fadeaway 2 off one leg. He hit the net, but not the rim. Rebounded by Godfrey underneath. Kane's got it now into the front court to Lawrence. Drives on the baseline. Jump pass under the basket to LeFew. Wide open three. Missed it. Far side of the rim. Rebound Godfrey. RJ surrounded. 2 men on him. Dribbles it into the paint. Jump pass to Kane. A head fake and a drive to the rack. Can't get there. He reverses it back to Godfrey with 9 on the clock. We give it back to Kane. Blue dribbles it away from the basket. 5 to shoot. Deep, long three, left slot, short side iron. Rebound tapped up and fought for and taken by Newell. Goes to the basket, misses a lay-in, gets his own miss. He's got another chance, and he stepped around on the baseline to keep from going out of bounds, but he's called for travel.
He traveled with it, but I got to tell you, we are missing some really point-blank shots. We're getting great looks at about 1.5 feet from the rim, and we can't get them to fall right now.
That possession, our shooting percentage went.
Yeah, it did.
We had about 5 looks at it.
And they were all close shots, except for Blues.
26-18, Georgia in front. North Florida with the basketball. They beat Georgia Tech on Sunday, 105-93. Georgia was a winner over Texas Southern Sunday, 92-64. This is the continuation, part of the Peach State Classic. North Florida underneath the basket, and they will score with Josh Harris, a 6'8 freshman. His first points of the ball game. He averages 16.3 through the first 3 games. 26-20, Georgia by 6 with the ball. Lawrence along the foul line, down on the left block now. Tried to fake back and spin back towards the baseline, and he kind of faked himself out. He lost the handle on the basketball and loses it out of bounds over the baseline. So Lawrence turns it over, comes back a little dejectedly, back to the huddles. We've got a media timeout with 7:34 to go. Here in half number 1, Georgia still in front. It's the Dogs 26 and the Ospreys 20.
But we want to not, stop those threes. Get out there and be aggressive on them.
Harris with the ball for North Florida. They work in the front court. Now they attack along the baseline. And Oriole misses the lay-in.
No, he
rebound.
He didn't miss it.
I thought they missed the shot and then rebounded, and then Asa blocked it from behind.
Well, maybe there was a definite block in there.
Yeah, Newell got the block and swatted it out of bounds under the basket. So North Florida basketball reset the shot clock to 20. 7:16 on the game clock. Somto going to guard the inbounds. Jalen Smith at 5'11", Somto at 6'11". He's literally a foot taller.
Look how far they have to lob.
He has to throw it in almost all the way to half court. I mean, they can fling it into the backcourt if they want, but a lot of teams don't do that. North Florida with 10 to shoot. Harris down the lane. He's called for traveling. Miles got him the ball. It was a sloppy pass at the top of the key, and he was shuffling his feet,
and
trying to
good call.
Catch the ball as well.
Good call by Dakota, too. He saw him travel. He gave that official the traveling call. That whistle blew.
North Florida's got 3 turnovers in the half so far. Georgia, a 3-ball. Blue Cane gets the 3 in the right corner, and that's the second 3 for Blue this season. Got to get him warmed up from three-point land. 29-20, Dogs again a 9-point lead. Quick answer for North Florida. They miss a 3 straight on by Nate Litteris, the 6'6 transfer. Dogs rebounded off the rim.
Scott, I understand the 3 concept, but they are really taking long 3s.
They've taken 14 3-pointers so far. I don't know the distance combined for all those 3s, but as Chuck points out, I mean, they've had a couple probably 25 feet or more.
Yeah, I mean, that's your percentage is going to drop dramatically when you get out there.
Blue Cane turns it over for Georgia in our front court. So North Florida with possession. That's our 3rd turnover as well.
Les, of course, your last name's Curry.
Harris dribbles around Asa Newell, and he got that shot to go up over Somto. So he beat our 2 6'11" guys by himself on that play. Nice effort by Josh Harris for his 2nd basket of the game. Georgia with a quick drive into the front court, and that's going to be another foul on North Florida, and Harris picks it up.
You could tell how Silas has matured from his freshman to sophomore year. So good at getting his defender in the air, drawing that body contact, and then putting the ball up. So he knows he's going to at least get the foul. And now maybe he'll get a chance at a 3-point play, or at the worst, go to the line and shoot 2.
Josh Harris picks up the foul, and that's their 8th. So Georgia's shooting free throws here. This will be a 2-shot foul for Silas Dimry. And Silas puts it up and in. Good. That's his 3rd consecutive free throw of the game. Dimry now with 6 points, a 3-pointer, and 3 foul shots. Silas, a sophomore from Raleigh, North Carolina, puts that ball up and good. Again, he makes a pair of free throws for the Dogs, and Georgia again leads by 9. 31-22 with 5:53 to play here in half number 1. Jalen Smith dribbles. He's guarded by Dimry out front near the half-court line. Far side of the floor. Now he dribbles to the elbow. Sidestep to the right, hits a long two, knocked to the floor. They blow the whistle, call the Dogs for a foul, count the basket, and the foul is on Demery. Silas picks up his first, and it'll be a three-point play opportunity for the Ospreys. Jalen Smith.
I got to tell you something. I don't know how he made that. I mean, he was getting hammered as he was up in the air, and then as he's falling, he just kind of threw it up there, but it swished.
5'11" left-hander from Ocoee, Florida. He's 5 for 6 at the free throw line so far this season. Smith averages 14 points a game, was the team leader in assists on the 16-16 North Florida squad last year. Free throw, climbs over the front of the rim and falls in for him. Good. Georgia basketball, 31-25 our score. Dogs get up by 9, and then North Florida pulls them back a little bit. They go into a 1-3-1 zone. Lawrence looks it over, skips it from the wing, straight on to Demery. Dribbles to his right. Well beyond the three-point line. Now Kane quickly back to Demery. We go inside in the paint to Godfrey. 2 steps to the basket. He just one-hands it up and in, around the rim and through.
Well, we created the space in the middle of that zone, drew the man out when Silas started to penetrate, then a nice pass.
North Florida attacks from the corner. Nothing there. Kick it top of the key. Now to the right wing. Jab step by Smith, the guard. Gives it to Litteris. Quickly back to Smith. Left-hand dribble. Drives to the elbow and an offensive foul. He pushed off. Trying to drive. He was losing the ball at the same time, but that may have been because he was pushing off and making contact with Georgia. So the North Florida guard called for an offensive foul. That's his second. And Georgia takes over. 33-25, Dogs in front. 4:52, clock moving. Georgia in the front court to our right. Kane on the edge of the logo between the circles. Drops it off to Godfrey. Slides in the paint from the right block. Jump hook won't go. Newell rebound, put back, rolls over the rim. Rebound North Florida, and an offensive foul, a push on R.J. Godfrey.
Yeah, R.J. knew it too. I got to tell you, another shot right at the rim, though, that we let just roll across the back of the iron, and we've had that happen maybe 3 or 4 times already here.
Dylan James going to come in for Asa. Newell gets a break. The Dogs with Demery and Lawrence and Kane. James and Godfrey are 5 on the floor, leading 33-25. North Florida been on the road for this is the third of their 4th game. Third time on the road in their 4 games played. They drive with the guard. He throws it up with the left hand, sliding down the right edge of the lane, or the left edge of the lane, rather. Gets the bounce off the glass for the bucket. He's got 5 now, Jalen Smith. 33-27, Georgia with a 6-point lead. And the basketball. Silas holds it between the circles on his left hip. James screens and rolls. Demery keeps it out on the perimeter to Godfrey. He was out, extended a little bit from the left block. He just curled right around his defender towards the baseline, took it all the way to the rack and dunked it.
Well, you know, you good defenders always stop the baseline, but they didn't stop the baseline that time.
North Florida having a hard time defending R.J. Godfrey down low. 3 ball off the curl. Long 3 again. Josiah Miles. He hoisted that up from about a mile away and off the rim. No good. Rebound to the Dogs. 35-27. Georgia by 8. We lob it down to Godfrey. Caught it in the air. Tried to shoot it before he touched the ground. He hit the rim with it. And did he get fouled on that play? Yes, he did. Pushed to the ground as he went sliding. He tried to catch it and make it all in one motion while he was up in the air. Josiah Miles called for the foul for North Florida, his second. We've got a media timeout. 3:22 to go first half. Georgia by 8. It's the Dogs 35, North Florida 27 on the Georgia Bulldogs.
Gamecocks let them hang around. Under 4 to play. South Carolina was up 5. They outscore them 15-7 in the final 4 minutes and win it.
Yeah, if they get hot from 3, it can certainly be problematic. Godfrey at the line. He made his first foul shot, number 2 on the way. The big right-hander puts it up and in. He's got 11. Georgia's first Bulldog in double figures.
And our first double-digit lead, I believe.
You are correct. It's 37-27. Georgia by 10. That equals the same number of fouls that North Florida has, with 3:17 to play in the half. Dogs in the double bonus. North Florida in navy blue and gray. Georgia in the home whites. The visiting team with the basketball. Josiah Miles works on the perimeter against Dakota LeFew. He's down in that defensive stance, really protecting for the Dogs. They go into the corner to the little guy, Jalen Smith. His pass along the baseline is deflected out of bounds by the Dogs. Ospreys will have it with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Now Justin Absent quickly into the game for the Dogs. 6'9", 245. Transfer from App State from Coconut Creek, Florida.
And one of the best shot blockers in the country.
And he's in to guard the throw-in by Smith. Long lob stolen by Lawrence. Tapped over to Godfrey. Back to Ty Lawrence in a two-handed flush on the right end.
That is the perfect example of where great defense can lead to easy offense. We were so good defending the inbound pass, they had to lob it. That gave time for the ball to be deflected into the backcourt where Lawrence got it. I mean, that was just beautiful.
And that play literally knocked Nate Litteris out of his shoes. His shoe came off on that play. Trying to get to the ball. When he landed, he may have gotten his foot stepped on and his foot just came out, so he's having to retie his shoe. Dogs with another takeaway in backcourt. LeFew chases down a rolling ball. Alley-oop! Oh, yeah! Wow. Godfrey with the flush. A direct deposit, RJ. He's got 13, and the Dogs stretching it out, 41-27.
RJ having a half here.
Oh, that was nice. Smith spins against two defenders. Oh, he puts it up on the block. It hangs and falls. What they call traveling.
Well, they did, and along with the entire Georgia bench, they all came up with the traveling call.
In his spin move, he picked up his feet off the floor. Michael Roberts, the official with the whistle, right there to make the call.
Well, he had a lot of help.
Yes, he did, if he needed it. 41-27, Dogs by 14 with the ball, 2:24 to go, first half. Absent has it just inside the arc on the left side of the floor. Gives it to LeFew. He spins, one-handed bounce pass to Godfrey in the paint. He dunked it, but they're going to wave off that shot for Georgia.
3 seconds?
Was that the call?
Yeah, they call 3 seconds in the lane. Well, you don't see that much.
Yeah, that might be the only time for a while. Did they call it? I guess they called it on Justin, on Absent. I was looking at the ball. I didn't see who was in the paint. 41-27. It was Godfrey. Thank you. And North Florida with a bucket by Moss. A layup for Moss with 1:50 to go. Georgia quickly back down on the offensive end. 41-29 now. LeFew has the ball. Swings it from side to side against Dimitri Moss, the guy that just hit the points for North Florida. Demery in the corner. Bounces it to the elbow to Godfrey. He sends it into Lawrence in the right corner. Drives baseline. Pulls up. Fade away two. Won't go. Rebound. Tossed up. Lost by Georgia. Lost by North Florida. Then taken by Oscar Berry for the Ospreys. He just ripped it away, finally possessed the basketball. Berry on the right wing. Sends it down into the paint to Litteris. He goes up, had it lost. We took it away. Then they took it right back, and Litteris scored on a lay-in. Nobody can hang on to the basketball.
Silas stole it, and then it popped out of his hands and right into his.
Minute to go in the first half. They got it back to 10. Reverse layup. We attack with Silas Demery. Lays it up from the right side, looking up and back at the rim. That's his second field goal of the game. He's got 9 in the half, 43-31. Scramble for another loose ball, man. Diving on the floor. And North Florida going to come up with it, but they whistle a foul.
I got to tell you, though, that's got to warm Mike White's heart. There were white jerseys diving for that basketball all over the floor.
They called Silas for the foul on that diving on it, but Mike congratulates him as he comes out of the game anyway. Blew Kane back in for the Dogs.
Coaches love that. Well, giving up your body, going after the ball like that, and about 3 different guys were doing that.
Georgia with a 12-point lead, and North Florida will inbound. They'll run out of a stack across the top of the key from the far sideline. They send it into Dimitri Moss, the 6-foot senior guard. LeFew's guarding him. Dogs with Absent, and Newell is back in, along with Kane and Lawrence. That's our 5. Ball got away from Moss, but it popped up straight above his head. He retrieves it. Ospreys with 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot. Shot fake. Now they pull it down and brick a 3 to the right side. Hit the backboard, missed the rim. Dogs rebound, won a timeout with 22.6 to go in the first half. Mike White calls for the time, and the Dogs, if they desire, can hold for the last shot. 43-31, a 12-point Georgia lead.
Well, Scott, we're shooting 5 out of 9 from
Side court, fires it into Dakota LeFew, 1 foot on the logo. Pulls the ball away on his left hip. Moss defends. Newell screens, and Dakota dribbles. Lonely for the most part on the far side of the floor. Now they go into Abson. He tried to hook it up and in right under the basket. The ball went all the way around the rim and kicked out. Rebound, North Florida. Long three-quarter court shot. Hits the glass and bounces away, no good.
Well, listen, that's a good first half for Georgia. Never trailed in it. Go in up 12, 43 to 31. Now you want to come out here in this second half.
All right, let's get started. Half number 2. Dogs with the basketball. They go right to work on the offensive end. Newell in the paint. No shot there. Kicks it out on the perimeter to Demery. Back inside to Godfrey from the left block. Dribbles it twice into the paint. Jump hook. There he is again. RJ with the bucket now with 15 points to get the Dogs started here in the second half. 45-31 Georgia.
And now let's have a good stop here on, well, we got it.
There's a good stop. That's a block by Asa Newell. Dogs run out on the block. But North Florida gets back in time, so Georgia settles into his half-court set. One end, a rejection on the other, and another chance. There's Godfrey. Puts it on the floor. They swipe at the ball, knocked it loose. He'll score underneath, but he's called for travel. He's right under the basket. He reached his right arm out and really stretched it up and in.
He was kind of hopping around trying to figure out which side of the basket. He was exactly trapped under the glass there.
Dogs turn it over on the travel. They lead by 14. North Florida with a possession. Jalen Smith thought about the 3. Pump fakes with Demery guarding. Trying to go inside. That was rejected too by Newell. He dribbles under the basket, finds Litteris in the left corner, and three-pointer is good by Nate Litteris, the 6'6 guard. That's his second 3. He's got 10. 45-34, Georgia leads. Asa will try a 3. Too much on it. And in fact, he missed everything. Air ball from the right slot. North Florida basketball.
That was just a bit outside.
Ospreys into the front court with little Jalen Smith. He works against Demery. Dribbles on the drive. Now backs up. He shoots a fadeaway. Long 2 straight on and misses it off the rim. Rebounded by the Dogs. Georgia with the possession. Blue Cane attacks in the paint. They had a man fall down. He drops it off to Asa for the flush.
Oh, Blue Cane, so nice. Driving that lane. They commit to him. He just drops it off beautifully to Asa.
That's what sharing is all about, Chuck.
Yep.
We shared the ball well, and Blue got an assist, and Asa got a bucket. And now we got an offensive foul as the North Florida player hooked the Georgia man and got caught doing it. So an offensive foul on the Ospreys. That'll be a turnover, and the Dogs will gladly take that ball back. Harris, the guilty party for North Florida. That's his second foul. 47-34, Dogs lead. Oh, sneaky. Silas sneaked in there in the back door, and he got the pass from Lawrence on the wing and scored on a layup. Demery with the bucket. He's got 11, so he's in double figures. Here's another 3 by the Ospreys. Too much on it from the left wing. Offensive rebound. Putback rolls over the iron. They get another offensive rebound. Oscar Berry trying to wave off traffic. Top of the key. Dribbles to the right wing. He goes to Miles. Lawrence is right in his shirt tail. Now he runs through a double team. I think he did actually run through it. I think they got away with a travel. He
definitely got away with it. He ran through it without dribbling.
They got the rebound, then miss a 3 on the right wing by Litteris. In and out. Dogs rebound. Oh, my goodness. Lawrence wasted no time taking it to the rack. and flushing it down hard with two hands, and then he swung on the rim just for good measure.
And that's what we like to see. The Dogs come out leading by 12 and stretch it out to 17. That's the way to get this second half started.
I got the attention of North Florida head coach Matthew Driscoll. He calls a timeout. 16:45 to go in the game. Georgia 51. North Florida tonight. And Georgia, as we said, up by 17. Ospreys with the basketball. Jump hook, left edge of the lane by Josh Harris is good. Just from the right edge of the red paint. Got it to go from about 8 feet out.
Well, they're 2 for 8 here in the second half. We're 4 for 5.
51-36, Georgia in front. Dogs with the ball. Lawrence to Kane, top of the keys between the circles. Looking to his right, skips it to Demry. Quick pass down below to Godfrey. He's trying to spin and catch it on the block at the same time. Lost it off his hands and turns it over under the basket, out of bounds. North Florida ball, here they come now. Jalen Smith, the left-hander, dribbles it into the front court. They work with Miles on the left wing. Down to Litteris, they hand it off. Oh, that was Murphy. Liam Murphy's in the game. Smith drives, pushes off Lawrence. He struggled to recover. He just steps back and knocks down a long two.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah, he pushed off on that, but they let him get away with it.
Well, you're
out on the left end.
You're so critical of the referees.
We got a foul stop play down here on the left end of the floor. And now we get the the under-16 media timeout. So a couple of quick back breaks in the play. And
seeing.
Yeah, what's not to like right now? Georgia 51, North Florida 38. Newell with the ball, right elbow, finds Demry slicing to the basket, gets in the ball, pump fake underneath, gets his defender in the air, and then scores after he comes down with a layup. Demry now with 13 points for the Dogs. Ospreys, a quick attack. Liam Murphy with a little fadeaway two off one leg, and he banks it home from the left side of the lane.
That was a nice shot.
And he got fouled as well. Yeah, they're going to count that basket for him and send him to the free throw line. He likes using the glass. He had a 3 in the first half when he banked it home.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to do that one. Well, that one he meant to.
Murphy, transfer from Columbia. 3-point play is good as he collects the free throw for his team. 53-41, Georgia leads. Long way to go, 15 and a half. Still to play here in Athens tonight. Blue Kane with the ball in front court for the Dogs. He works against Oscar Berry in a man-to-man. Now Dakota LeFew, screen from Somto. LeFew drives, gets in close, bank shot, won't go. Rebound Asa, put back good. He bounced up off the floor and scored from the right side of the rim.
Asa, he got away with one. He brought it down low, which I think if he had to do over again, he wouldn't do that. But he got away with it, went back up, laid it in nicely.
Newell now with 6 points and 6 boards. North Florida with a basketball. Pull up above the foul line. Somto blocked that shot. Ball loose in the air. Comes down to North Florida.
And they foul.
And a foul. Yep, foul on the Ospreys. So even though they had possession of the ball, Georgia will be able to bring it up the floor now after the foul on the visiting team.
How about that block by Cyril? Huh? He went high to get that one.
Dogs drive with Silas Demry.
Look out.
Pinned in on the baseline. A wraparound to Somto. Somto works it in right in front of the basket. Tried to put it up and in. It rolled around the iron and fell off for him. At that close range, he's got to just dunk that thing. He had an opportunity. We didn't get the points. North Florida with a basketball. Spin move. Bounces off a knee and caroms over to Georgia. Dogs off and running with Blue Kane. Going to take it all the way to the backboard, and they foul him in the air. And he'll go to the line, have to earn it there. Another blocking foul on North Florida.
And when Blue gets blocked in the air, that's always dangerous. He gets up. I mean, he can really jump.
Blue's going to go to the line this season. Kane 6 for 6 from the line after shooting 61% last season from the stripe. Free throw number 1 is good. His first free throws of the evening. Substitution for North Florida, Cameron Oriole out. And Dante Oliver checks in. Free throw by Kane is good. Made them both. Barry picked up that personal for North Florida, so he's got 2 now. 14 minutes to go, 57-41, Dogs by 16. Ospreys with the ball, catch and shoot 3 from the right slot, won't go, rebounded. Picked up off the floor by Somto under the basket. The outlet goes to Lawrence. Tyron Lawrence pushes it into the front court. Now deep into the corner, right in front of our bench. Skips it back to Kane, head of the key. Blue dribbles and drives. One-hander, bang! He kissed it home from the right side.
How about that?
7 for Kane. 13 and a half minutes to go. Georgia's lead is 18, 59-41, largest lead of the game. Ospreys work inside their biggest guy, Josh Harris at 6'8", trying to back down Somto in the paint. He turns and shoots with one hand and missed it badly. The Dogs rebound his miss. Georgia works in the front court with Lawrence, top of the key. They come out on him tight defensively to LeFew. Whips it to the elbow to Newell. He'll feed Kane on the wing. Blue drives, pulls that ball down and windmills it. Tries to go back up with it around the defender. Left it short. Rebound North Florida. They're off and running. And Lawrence with a nice defensive play back on the right end of the floor to strip that ball out and knock it out of bounds.
He hustled to get back down the floor and out in front of the ball handler.
Yeah, they were a full spread down there with Josh Harris. And Lawrence caught up to him and able to strip the ball. And Harris's much shorter head coach, Matthew Driscoll, is looking up and reading him the riot act right now. Maybe that'll smooth the waters a little bit. Liam Murphy with a 3 for North Florida. Dogs attack quickly. No stopping Dakota LeFew all the way up high with a one-handed lay-in. He was well above the rim. Dakota now with 5. 61-44 Dogs. Murphy on the right end of the floor with a quick 3. Pulls the trigger, misfires off the front of the rim. Dogs rebound. Lawrence giddy up into the front court. They fire it to the right corner. Blue misses a 3. Rebound at the foul line. The guys in navy blue. North Florida goes left to right. Back the other way. Here's Oscar Berry to the right side. Litteris. Nate Litteris misses it off the left side of the rim from 3. Blue Kane rebounds. We're not slowing it down. Lawrence on the left side attacks after he fakes. Lost the ball off his leg on the dribble. Picked up by North Florida. We turn it over. They run the floor the other way and score on a lead pass to Liam Murphy on the layup.
That time they beat our defense down the floor. That hadn't happened much tonight, but it did that time.
61-46. Dogs by 15. Under 12 minutes to play. LeFew drives and tried to drop it off to Somto. He didn't really jump for the ball. It's off his hands and to North Florida. They get a 3 on the exchange on the other end of the floor.
Just
Liam
like
Murphy's starting to heat up, Chuck.
Yeah, they got it back to 12.
Murphy with a couple of 3s in the half. He's got 14, and Georgia wants a timeout. Dogs will call the time. We'll take the TV media timeout with it. 11:15 to go in the game. And they've closed the gap a little bit. Georgia 61.
Down there, too.
That's a good point. R.J. Godfrey leading Georgia with 15 points in the game so far. The Dogs looking for more here on this possession. Silas Demery tried to throw it down low to Asa Newell. And from the back, the defender pokes it away. And he was fouling at the same time. They don't mind foul on the Ospreys.
They don't mind fouling, do they? They're up to 5 already here in the second half.
Yeah, that's their 15th of the game. Well, Texas Southern was making a living doing that the other night, too, on Sunday. They had almost 30 fouls in the game. Here's Dakota LeFew off a curl from the right corner. Misses the 3. Newell at 6'11", fights for the rebound. Just hops right off his feet and puts it back over the rim good.
And you notice what he didn't do that time was bring it down.
Stayed up high with it. 63-49 Dogs. Murphy works against Newell now. Nice move by the veteran. A graduate transfer from Columbia worked against the freshman there and shoots it over him on the block and a nice spin move to get himself a little bit of space. Murphy now with 16 points. LeFew out of the corner, one hands it to Liam. They lob it down low, or to Silas rather. He lobbed it down to Godfrey, who works on the block. He's fouled as he sends that ball sailing over the rim. And the foul going to be on Dante Oliver. Hit him on the arm on the shot. Oliver with his first. He's a 6'5" freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee. Another IMG Academy guy. Like Blue Cane, also from Knoxville and also from IMG Academy. Godfrey at the line. Red shoes glowing. Free throw short, front of the rim, won't go. And RJ now 3 for 5 at the line tonight. 15 points for Godfrey and 9 rebounds. He's 1 board away from his second double-double in the first 3 games. That free throw's good. 64-51 Georgia. Dogs with a 13-point lead. Large lead has been 18 a few moments ago. Murphy, deep 3. He's heating up. There it is again from the right slot. Nobody on him. 19 points now for Liam Murphy. 16 of those in this half. Dogs attack with Silas Demery. Spins off the rim. Newell cleans it up. Rebound and a dunk.
I think Ace is starting to realize he can make a living right underneath that basket.
That's a good spot for him. He's in double figures with 10. 66-54. Here's Litteris. Same spot as Murphy the last time. Same result. He hits the 3. Here they come. That's their 5th 3 of the half. 66-57 Georgia. So the Dogs lead cut in half now from 18 down to 9, and it didn't take long. Dogs have possession. 9:26, 9:25 to play in the game. Lawrence dribbling, not being guarded tightly. Skips it to the right elbow to Newell. He spins to face up. Goes to LeFew for 3. He rips it. Dakota with a Scana Energy 3 from the right corner. We needed that.
Well, we in the worst way.
He's got 8 now, and that's his second 3 of the game. Murphy breaks free. Long strides. Tried a running layup. Left it short on the underhander. Dogs take it away. Lawrence in the air. Little switching of the hands. Tried to score on the lay-in from the left side. He fails. Rebound North Florida. Quickly into the front court. Pull up for a 3 is Oriole from the right slot. Off the rim. Won't go. And a foul on the rebound. North Florida called for the foul.
That's their 7th.
That was on Litteris. That's number 2 on him. So quickly into the bonus go the Bulldogs now. 7th team foul on the visiting team. And the Dogs will shoot a 1-and-1 here. Godfrey out. Dylan James checks in for the Dogs. Dylan at 6'9" and 210. Sophomore from Winter Haven, Florida. His brother, his older brother, played for North Florida last year when they met here at Stegman Coliseum.
Godfrey's got that 10th rebound now, so he's got his double-double.
Lawrence, free throw, misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Left it short on the front of the rim. North Florida down a dozen on the offensive end here. Miles going to take it inside against the Georgia double team. They call a foul out on the floor before the drive. A little bit of a push by one of the Bulldogs, says Michael Roberts, one of the officials tonight. And they got that on Dylan James, his first foul. Only the second team foul by the Dogs here in the half. 8:34 remaining. Georgia leads 69-57. North Florida will throw it in from the right baseline. Newell guards the inbounds. Miles trying to look around him, or Moss rather was trying to look around him. They get it into Nestor at 6'9". He throws it into the corner. Litteris misses a high rainbow 3. Comes down on the rim and rebounded by the Dogs. Kane thought about the 3. Pulled it down. Thought about it again. Now passes off to LeFew on the logo. To James. Lob into the corner. Trying to go to Demery. Batted out of bounds by Nate Litteris. He got a deflection right into the Georgia bench. Dogs have 13 on the clock to inbound and get off a shot. LeFew. Waist-high pass on the entry to Demery. Silas puts it on the floor. Dribbles all the way under the basket. Pump fake. And he's fouled.
He timed that beautifully. He got it under there, and then he waited for the defender to go up. Drew the contact. Didn't get the ball to drop, but he'll shoot a couple.
That was the first foul of the game on Nestor Diachok. Transfer from Southern Utah. He is from Russia. 6'9", 210, graduate transfer. Sending Demery to the free throw line.
That would explain the Russian name.
That's always a giveaway. Silas free throw is good. All net for Demery, who's 5 for 5 from the line tonight. $14 points in the game for Silas. Second free throw attempt. Ball's in the air and good. Demery's hit all of his free throws, 6 for 6, and he's got 15 points. One of Georgia's scoring leaders tonight. 71-57, Georgia by 14. Now on the offensive end, another whistle stops play and another foul on the Dogs. They get Newell for that one. Asa for the push, they did.
I think he had his choice. There were two Dogs were fouling him, so let me see what.
They called it on Newell, and that's number 3 on Asa. And that'll get us into the 10 for Big Godfrey tonight. Asa Newell in double figures with 10. He's also got 3 blocks. Silas Demery, 15 points. He's got 4 assists as well. North Florida with the basketball. Amitri Moss works against Demery. Now goes into the corner to Oriole. Back to Moss. Dribbles through the paint. We got a hand on it. Knocked it away for a second. They pick it back up. 2 to shoot. Litteris floats it down the lane and got it to go as he sailed it up high with the shot clock running down. Nate Litteris now with 15. 71-59 Dogs. Still a lot of time remaining. Less than 7.5 minutes. Demery with the basketball. Works above the arc. Now drives and feeds Godfrey in the paint. He lays it in and he's fouled. Count the basket. Demery got knocked to the floor. Blue Kane hustles to help him up. Godfrey's going to the line for an and one after the foul.
RJ changed hands too in the air. He had the ball in his right hand. They were going for that. He flipped it over to his left hand, laid it in as he drew the contact. That's really pretty move.
And that was on the big Russian, Diachok. And Godfrey to the line.
That's a Russian name. Diachok.
Well, it says it right there on the guide. Free throw is good by Godfrey. He's got 19. And continues to build on his second double-double. 19 points and 10 rebounds. 74-59 Georgia. Ospreys with the basketball. Far side of the floor, Josiah Miles. He's been kind of quiet tonight. The 6'6 guard from Miami. Underhanded handoff on the wing. They reverse it. Diachok misses the 3, his first of the game, off the rim. We fight for the rebound with Silas Demery. Boy, he just slid about 10 feet on the floor on his back.
He really did.
After that foul.
That looked like one of those slip and slides you had in your yard. He just went on his back. He went flying across the court. Just made the call easy for the official.
Yeah, Miles got called for it.
Yeah, everybody in the arena going, why is the guy sliding on his back?
That looks like fun, actually. Yeah. Might have an after-game entertainment. The marketing folks see that. They'll be doing that left and right here. As soon as the game's over, everybody's sliding on their backs. Demery at the line for the Dogs. It's like a funeral in here.
We get quiet when we shoot because we want to make the shot.
I think he's probably shot with noise before. He made the first. He's got 16 now.
Here's the second one. He's got a 5-iron.
All net. Hey, he's just
sounded like
burying those things. A little bit right in the cup. He's 8 for 8 tonight from the line. 76-59. Georgia with a 17-point lead. North Florida had gotten it back down to single digits, but Georgia's pushed it out front again. Block shot by LeFew on the 3 ball. Takeaway by Georgia. Silas to LeFew. Dakota dribbles it back above the arc. Now squares up on the logo. Dribbles through the legs. Bounce pass goes to James. He holds it high. Turns to his right. Feeds Blue Kane. He attacks the baseline. Steps into the paint. Banks it home. 2 feet away from the basket. Blues got 9 points now. 78-59. Georgia with its largest lead of the game at 19. North Florida might be wilting a little bit. Let's see. 6 minutes to go. They drive in and go right at R.J. Godfrey, Cameron Oriole. And he got rejected, but they called Godfrey for the foul. Looked like he was holding his ground, but he was in that semicircle there, the restricted zone underneath. And that'll send Oriole to the free throw line, where he is 4 of 6 this season. His first trip to the line tonight. Right-hander from St. Petersburg, Florida, up and in good. And he's got 10 points. That's his first point of the second half. Asa Newell comes back in. Dylan James out for the Dogs. 78-60 is our score. Georgia by 18. Now Georgia by 17 as Oriole hits both foul shots. 78-61. And Georgia bounces across the timeline with less than 6 minutes to go. Silas Demery feeds Newell. Quick turn to the right. We go to LeFew. Dakota windmills the ball around. Works against Josiah Miles. Now Godfrey's got it with his back to the basket outside the arc. Hands it off to LeFew. A head fake. Looks at a three. Squares up now. Straight on. 24-footer. Won't go off the front of the rim. Rebounded by North Florida. Their guy's going to take a 30-footer. Tried to bounce it home from deep on the left side. Wow. Diachak missed that three. Rattled out on him, and the Dogs rebound his miss. Demery with a left-hand dribble to the left side of the floor to Godfrey. Head of the key. We come to LeFew on the left side. Again, the defense on Dakota is tight. They read their scouting report well. 3. Kane with 2. Kane with 1. Goes to Godfrey. He'll shoot and bank it home from the free throw line. Look at that smile on his face after that banker.
Yeah, like I meant to do that.
Well, he had to. He had to throw up something. The clock was at 1. 21 points for R.J. Godfrey. Double-double tonight. 80-61. Georgia with a 19-point lead. Here's a three-point attempt by North Florida from the left wing. That's off the iron. Rebounded by the Dogs. Georgia cleaning up big time on the glass tonight as well. We go inside to Newell. He charges down the lane. Tried to scoop it up from the left side on a layup attempt. He got pushed and fouled. And he's got 2 shots coming. Foul was on the big Russian Nestor Diachak. And Asa waiting to go to the free throw line. I think the officials are talking.
Yeah, what's that conversation about? Are they trying to decide, was it 2 or 1?
Well, it's 10 team fouls.
Well, so it's got to be 2 regardless.
Newell at the line. He'll get 2 here. Dogs try to go up by 20. Asa does just that. Free throw is up and in. He's got 11 now. The Dogs lead at 81-61. They won here last year by 18 in a similar contest, although we still have 4:20 to go. It was 78-60 last year. Newell with 1 more free throw for the Dogs. High in the air by the left-hander, hit the back of the rim. Rebound came all the way out to the foul line. He tried to jump over the defender and swat at it, but North Florida got the rebound. Dogs by 20 with 4:10 to play. Miles out of the corner, dribbles to his left, up the wing. They reverse it into that right corner again. Oriole pivots to Josiah Miles. Dribbles with 7. Foul line extended left. Good. He hit about a 17-footer from the left of the lane. Miles' first field goal of the game.
You can say this what you want about the Ospreys tonight. We're going to get out of here with a win, I say, as they steal it.
Yes, they run it up the other end of the floor. Miles pulls up, misses a 3.
But they
kicks
can
off
shoot.
the rim.
This team can really shoot.
Kane, after the rebound, charges down on the right block where he's double-teamed there, slams on the brakes and draws contact. He's fouled by Jalen Smith. And that'll get us into a media timeout with 3:33 to go in the game. Georgia in front, 81-63 over North Georgia. Free throw number 1 is up and all net for Kane. He gets into double figures.
And most of those points have come probably here in the last 8 or 9 minutes.
Second foul shot, all net Dogs are hitting their free throws tonight. My goodness. Almost 80%, 19 of 24. Kane is perfect, 4 for 4. Demry's perfect, 8 for 8. 83-63, 20-point Georgia lead. Jump hook after a pump fake. Good for Josh Harris. He got it over 2 defenders. He's got 8 for the Ospreys. LeFew will walk it into the front court over the logo. Fakes left, drives right. Now goes to Somto. Big surreal, turns and gives it to Kane on the left wing. Breaking inside is Lawrence, and a beautiful feed by Kane. Wow, he bulleted that pass in there. Lawrence missed the shot, but he was being fouled in the act.
If he needs a picture, he probably got one there because he landed right in with the photographers. About 6 of them.
Whole team over there to help Tyron Lawrence out of that gaggle of photographers. Now he's got to go to the line and hit his foul shots. He's got 2 coming. Foul was on Jalen Smith, his 4th. Lawrence, free throw. A lot of rim, but it fell through for him. Good.
Yeah, Mike White's body English helped that one a lot.
It did a little bit.
He was bouncing with the ball, getting it in there.
The left-hander, same thing. Front of the rim, backboard, fell through for him. As long as it goes, doesn't matter what it looks like. Lawrence makes a pair, and Georgia leads by 20 again, 85-65. North Florida through the lane with Moss. They drop it off. Nice dish inside to his left to Josh Harris, and he just floats it up and in right over the rim. He's in double figures with 10 now. Lead is 18 for Georgia, less than 3 minutes to play. Somto holds it high over to LeFew. Dakota wide open, missed the look. The 3 ball off the front of the rim. Rebound is out of bounds, and one of the North Florida players got pushed to the floor. That's on Somto. They call the foul on him, his first. Ospreys will inbound and bring it up the length of the floor. I know they'll be happy to go home after this. They go home to play UNC Asheville back in Jacksonville. Face another set of Bulldogs on November 18th. They've been on the road for 3 of their first 4 games. Moss with some fancy dribbling, working inside. Nice wraparound through the paint to a teammate on the left block. They missed the lay-in. The rebound gets tossed and knocked out of bounds.
The smallest guy on the floor tried to shoot it up over the biggest guy on the floor.
It's all about body movement, right?
And Somto just went, no. Not here, not now.
Somto blocks it out of bounds. North Florida will inbound the ball. 15 to shoot. They don't use it all. They'll back up, hoist a 3. Oriole misses it. Gets his own rebound. Moves to the left corner. He buries that 3. Oriole with his 4th 3 of the game, his first of the second half, however. (85-70). Dogs by 15 with the ball. Less than 2 minutes to go. We work inside the arc. Newell, jump hook, left hand good. And Georgia wants a timeout. So the Dogs are opting to work inside instead of firing for those Scana Energy 3-pointers. We've taken 15. We've hit 6. They've taken 36 and hit 11. That's a bunch. Scana Energy, our 3-point basket sponsor.
Give the Dogs credit for a lot of that because
time for Georgia tonight. North Florida with the basketball. They work on the left side. A little fadeaway by Amitri Moss on the left baseline over Silas is good. Second field goal of the game for Amitri Moss. He averages 5. He's got 4 tonight. 15-point Georgia lead with 1:17 to play. 87-72. Dogs working some clock here on this possession. Demry looking for a screen from Abson. Now he gives him the ball just above the foul line. Kicks it inside to Somto. Surreal has it stripped out of his hands, out of bounds. 6 to shoot. Jaden Newell and Brandon Klatsky will check in for Georgia now. And Sabo will throw it in. Newell takes the inbound feed right in front of Sabo, and a quick handoff back to the Georgia freshman guard. Across the court to LeFew. He attacks and drives and banks it home at the end of the shot clock. Brilliant play by Dakota LeFew.
He timed it perfectly.
89-72, less than a minute to go. 3 ball. North Florida, good. Liam Murphy, there's that number 7 again. That gives him 22 for the game. He's the high scorer, but he's been red hot here in the second half with 19. There's a steal by Harris. Takeaway, find the handle, drive to the basket, lay it up ahead of Abson and Savo. Couple of late baskets here. That's 5 quick points for North Florida. It's a 12-point Georgia lead. It's going to look a little tighter than it has been. Now there's a reach-in foul by Josh Harris. Kind of unnecessary, but he picks it up anyway. And that's his 5th. No, excuse me. That was 5 on Jalen Smith, who was fouled out of the game. That's 4 on Josh Harris. Dreskic to the line. 24 seconds to go. Free throws, he'll get a pair of them. The right-hander puts it up and off the front of the rim, no good. The new college football playoff ratings are out. Georgia is number 12 in the ratings, but listed by their people as the first team out of the playoff picture. Thank you, Adam. Dreskic hits the free throw. He hit 1 out of 2. North Florida has the ball. Doesn't look like they'll take another shot. They can dribble it out with 14 seconds to go. Matthew Driscoll to shake hands with Coach Mike White. They embrace at half court. He instructs his team not to shoot, and they won't. 3 seconds to go, 2 seconds to go. Moss gives the ball to the official. He says, hang on just a second. There's still time on the clock. I'm not taking the ball. And now the game is over, and Georgia has won it 90-77.